Rita Ellis.
Thank you, Professor Burgess. First, I would like to thank DeVry University and Dr. Bethune-Walker for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of this special occasion. Dr. Cornwell, Dr. Uman, Dr. Vinan, Professor Burgess, Mr. Smith, university staff, invited guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2016. Welcome to one of the most memorable events in your life, and I am honored to be before you today. As I pondered on topics to speak on, I was reminded by a colleague that one goal of a commencement speech is that it should be motivational, inspirational, and original. And I added, oh, by the way, it must be short. Then I thought how I felt at this juncture in my life, the fact that I was scared and trying to figure out what I was going to do next. That brought me to wondering about the word next and exactly what it meant. Seems obvious, right? It's only 4 letters. Being that I would be speaking to a room of scholars and researchers, I decided to look up the definition. According to Webster, the word next is defined in many ways. It is an adjective, an adverb, a noun, and a preposition. As an adjective, it means a next chapter. As an adjective, it means a season or a time, such as I will start school next year, meaning the next chapter in your life. As an adverb, it means immediately afterwards, as in, I wonder what I will do next, or I wonder what will happen next. It is a noun, as in the next person or next thing, such as one moment she was here, and the next moment she was not. And it is a preposition, as in next to, such as I am sitting next to Professor Burgess. One little 4-letter word has so many meanings. Well, for the next few minutes, I will be speaking to you about the word next in terms of the noun, such as you're next. And my question to you regarding the word next is 2-part. What is your next, and are you prepared for your next? About a month ago, there was a story reported on WRAL here in Raleigh. It's a local news channel. The story was about a large technology company, and I will refer to them as the technology company, or the company. This company was hiring 20,000 new personnel. I immediately said that was great, 20,000 new jobs coming to the area. The story finally transitioned to the point to whereas the company was hiring new people because they were transitioning to the cloud. Hopefully you have all heard about the cloud. If not, the cloud is that space that's somewhere up in the air. We don't know where it is exactly, but it's that space where all of your personal, your financial, and your business information is kept. Again, no one really knows where the cloud is, but if you do not remember your passwords, then you too will be lost in the clouds, as I am often. So the company was finally transitioning to the cloud as they realized they were slow in discovering their next. Where other technology companies were thriving in the clouds, this company was actually losing money. Well, the other half to this story was that the company had massive layoffs, and over the past few months, about 20,000 people were laid off from their jobs because they were not versed in the cloud. According to the Wall Street Journal, the company stated they restructured their workforce to retool for cloud services, and they were hiring an equal number of new employees with cloud experience. So again, if you are the owner of a cell phone, like many of us are, then you know that for at least the last 5 years, we have been hearing about the cloud. So why were people not versed in the cloud? Somewhere, someone was not considering their next. Some of the personnel may have been with the company for years and got comfortable with their jobs, comfortable to the point to where they may not have considered going back to school or getting a new degree or learning a new specialty or even sitting for a certification exam. They may have been telling themselves for years, I'm going to do it next year, but next year never came. So instead of focusing on their next, The security of that job was taken for granted, and now, unfortunately, they have to prepare a new skill set, and they're now faced with a different decision, what to actually do next. So as my heart goes out to those employees and families affected by the layoffs of this company, the vital lesson behind this is that everyone should never get too comfortable where you forget or disregard your next. If those 20,000 people had only got trained in cloud technology, they possibly could have kept their job or demand a higher salary. There are so many of you that have said to your family and friends, I will be so glad when I finish school, or I want to get back to my life, or I just want to be able to do nothing. I want to sleep all day, or I want to complete only my associate's degree, or I only wanted my bachelor's, or I only wanted my master's, or when I finish school, I'm never going back. You may say, how does she know this? Well, I know this because I hear these comments frequently from my students. I hear these comments from my friends, and I once said all of these comments myself. I was that person trying to decide my next, scared and afraid. I was that teenage mom that dropped out of high school as a senior, receiving a GED, which is the high school equivalency, when my graduating class was walking across the stage. I was that teenager joining the Army at 18 years of age, eventually becoming that full-time soldier, that full-time single mom, taking 15 years, 11 different moves or relocations in the Army, both overseas and in the United States, just to complete one bachelor's degree. I took every opportunity I could to take classes, on campus, extension campuses, online, telephone, video, you name it, I did it. I was that soldier that retired after 22 years in the military to transition to the civilian workforce that I was not familiar with, working 10 to 12 hours a day while attending classes part-time online to complete my master's degree. Then, at 48 years of age, I was that woman taking a leap of faith to go back to school full-time and receive my doctor's degree at the age of 52. Many have referred to me as a lifelong student, and some have said that along the way, very discouraging things to me. To them, I say, thank you. Thank you for your discouraging words, because that encouraged me to seek my next. So I tell you all of this not to say that because I did it, that you can do it, but to say that whatever your next is, seek it. Take it from this high school dropout that went from a GED to a PhD. Have the courage to seek it, and seek it with your head held high and while doing it afraid. I challenge everyone, including the family and friends sitting in the audience today, to please ask yourself, what is your next? And are you prepared so that you can make that decision not if, but when you have to? As you determine your next, I advise you to consider lifelong learning. Consider continuing education, advanced schooling, certifications, certificates, and even add to your current knowledge. For example, if you are a health information technology graduate, where are you? Where are you at? Health information technology graduates, woo-hoo! Then I advise you to seek sitting for, or consider sitting for the Registered Health Information Technology or the Registered Health Information Administrator Certificate Program. If you are an information technology graduate, your next could be cloud certifications or hardware, software, any type of certifications that are relevant within your field. If you're a human services graduate, your next could be HR certifications or certificate programs. If you are if you are a nursing graduate, your next could be nursing certifications or nursing specialty programs. And if you are an accounting graduate, your next could be accounting programs or accounting certificates or accounting certifications. I advise every graduate to join professional organizations that support your degree field. Network within those organizations, attend meetings, and obtain continuing education in your field. Whatever thing that allows you to progress and gain experience that you do not currently have, consider seeking it, and that is your next. David Starr Jordan, a past president of Indiana University and a founding president of Stanford University, teacher, educator, once said, "Wisdom is knowing what to do next. Skill is knowing how to do it. And virtue is doing it." So figure out what your next is, study your next, then as Nike says, just do it. So in closing, to the graduating class, I salute you, and I challenge you to always seek your next. Make sure you are in a position to always make the decisions regarding your next and not have them made for you. Thank you, and God bless.